I welcome you to this C programming second session. This today's session we are going to discuss programs. So I open software compiler tool dev C++. You can open code blocks or any available code editor. Now here I first title my program, and if you remember the slash star and star slash, this is called comment, and here you can keep a note for your program. So this is title. Write a program to print employee code name and salary using identifiers. In C language, identifiers play a role to identify a value. So first I type structure of C program. It is hash include stdio.h. Next I type main function, and here I am going to type printf. So some code you see there, the header file hash include conio.h also many programmers write. So the reason behind this is the compiler tool. If you are using turbo C++ or DOSBox, so the console is different, and that console, if you want to clear the screen, if you want to get a console character, then you need this conio.h header file, and inside that conio.h header file two main functions, clr scr, which used to clear screen, and another function getch. So this is the reason to include conio.h in some compilers, but in dev c++ we no need to include conio.h, and this dev c++ code run inside the command prompt, and screen also get clear every time whenever you run program. You no need to also write the function getch, that is to get a console character. So this is a dev c++ tool where we not include conio.h. So this is the just structure of C code, and I'm going to print employee code here. So let's say slash n employee code is equal to something is 103. After that I type slash n again, employee name is equal to, let's say, employee is Yogesh, and the next line here I type printf slash n salary is equal to rupees 8,000. So this is our data. And how to run program. So first save program. I save this program in a one of folder. So here I just create a one another folder, or directly we save it as program number 3.c. This is called source code. Source code we convert to machine readable code, and for that we click this option compile, and then after compilation this window shows the log that if you have any errors, if you have any warnings, you can see in this window. So this is successful. After that you click this option run, and you can see the output employee data is here. So I want to perform some mathematical operations. Let's say this salary, if I make 8,000 plus 4,000, okay, I just want to see the addition of 8,000 plus 4,000. So if I run this code again, you can see it shows as it is. So it not makes any calculation. Why? Because this is inside the double quote, and double quote is a text, a string, and to make any addition or subtraction you need to separate this part from the labeling of your print function. So you cut that part, and after here you keep as a second parameter. But what happens is, if I compile and if I run the code, the machine not understand what is that equation. Machine not able to print that equation answer because failed to identify this value. So you need to tell this is which type of value. So in C language identifiers are available to identify the values. Identifiers are identifier identifiers are to identify values. So integer type of values, maybe float type of values, character type of values, string type of values, they are different types. So how you identify integers? You can type %d and it is a one pattern to identify a value. So system follow some pattern to identify the value. System follow some pattern as below to identify value. Okay, so I can type %d for the integers. So this is of type integer equation. Some examples, let's say 983 is the integer, minus 39 is integer, 0 is integer. For float you type %f. This is a identification for float, and the float values, they are the decimal values. Okay, negative, positive, any decimal value. Character is, you can identify %c, and single quote data is always character. So in single quote you can type symbol, in single quote you can type a digit or any single character that you identify using a pattern %c. And last one is the string, identify with %s. So any double quote word is string, so this is called string. So this is not for you, and it help you to print the data using print function with some equations. So if I separate everything from the print function like this also I just cut, and in the double quotes I keep that name Yogesh. So here I type what, %d, it is of type integer. Yogesh is a text, it is a string, I type %s, and the 8000 plus 4000 is 12,000, so I type %d. Now see that patterns, they are the patterns, and system identify and print that respective values. You can see this is how you can access and print the values. Okay, so hope you understood. So you also can try one another code. I give you one a small task, so side by side also along with me you can do the code. So the code is, write a program to print, write a program to print it is a name and pin code of, name and pin code of 5 cities using identifiers. So you list the name of 5 cities along with the pin code using the identifiers. Okay, I say this, and now I'm going to explain you one another code here. Write a program to print product details using formatted formatted printf function, using formatted printf function. So some product details, product code, product name, price, quantities, total amount, discount, tax amount. So any data just as we consider, and just that imagination data we print on a screen. So here I type hash include std io.h, then I type main function, and here I am going to write a one function printf. So inside there I type /n. I want to print some product details. Okay, so I just type like this. Let's say 1031 is the product code. After that the product name I should type inside the double quote. Let's say the product name is mouse. After that I type some price for the mouse, something 900 rupees, and then I type some quantities, 3 quantities, and if I make the multiplication of 900 into 3, so this is total amount. I give semicolon. See, they are different values, different parameters in the print function, and I wish to print that data when I execute my code. So how system identify the values? I not here added any identifier, and how system identify what is 1031 or what is that double quote data mouse. So if I save this code, let's say program number 4.c, and here is a one button. After compilation you can see we don't have any errors, and if I run the code, system not able to identify your code. So you need to tell what is 1031. So I tell system that it is integer, and system now identify that 1031. Now if I execute the code, you can see it prints 1031. But what if I give wrong identifiers, like it is a string, but still if I supply %d, so the compilation error is not there, but at the runtime you can see something wrong. So this is called a garbage value. Okay, so if you make some mistakes, so instead of expecting error, system there show you some garbage values. So what you have to do is you need to correct that identifier. Now for float you type %f, and then the value quantity is %d, the total amount type %f. Here you also see that f, so it is a one standard. When you type any decimal value, there you type f as an ending character, so it just to tell system this is a float value. I save this code, compile and run. Now I can see everything like this. I want such more two products. So to the next line again I type printf. I here add slash n. Let's say this is another product 10 something, a big code. Okay, the 6 digit code, and this is the one another product microprocessor. After that the price is, let's say, 7000. The price is 7000, quantities are 2, and here I type 7000 multiplied by 2. They are the two quantities. Now here also you need to tell system that these are the identifiers. Now how you tell these are the identifiers? You just copy these all identifiers for the first product, they are matching for second. I copy paste here, I save the code, and click on the compile, run the code. You can see a second product is also there. Similarly we try one another product. This is another product, printf slash n, and now I print here some data like let's say the id is 12, the product is ram, then the price is 1200 rupees, and after that the quantities are 8, and the calculation I make like this: 1200 multiplication with 8, they are 8 quantities, and the same identifiers we again write for the third product. So the product data I print using some identifiers. I compile and run the code. The data is on my screen. These data I can see, but it's not formatted. It's not in a particular table. Okay, I want to just present my data properly. So how I can make a good presentation of my output? Let me copy this everything, and in the another code here I paste. I save this file with some another name, program number 5.c. So here I am trying something else. So this data I want to just format on my output screen. So to format that data, what you have to do is you can add here some slash t. So that slash t stands, you want some space between your each field. Now if I'm adding the slash t between the identifiers, it prints like this. It added some space between the all fields. Okay, so I just repeat that same for my all statements, and let me see how it lay out my output. So everywhere we add slash t. One question may be from you, how many slash t you write? So any number of, you can type slash t for 2 times, 4 times, 10 times. Slash n as well you can type any number of times. Right now I'm typing only for once, so it added some space, but still the data is not in a column because the second product code is too big. As well the name is also there, more characters. So I want to lay out more correctly, and for that I have now another option. I copy these three lines. Here I paste again. I just keep some line break between the two different uh, output. So the first three lines and the second three lines, they are same. I here going to make some changes in the next three statements. So what I'll do is I remove all the slash t. Okay, I make it like previous print function. I just remove all that slash t like this. Okay, let me do this fast. I copy from the first, and here I replace with the second, fourth, second, third statements. So this is again like my previous output, but here you have to do one thing is you add some field width. So you can see the product code, max number of digits in product code, they are 6. So you type something more than 6. So I type 10. Okay, so you set some width for your product code. So this way you can type. Now if I compile, if I run the code, it prints something like this. So here you can see 1031, and before that I have some space. So that space is added by system reading that field width. So the system creates the width of 10 for product code, and it manage the field width with adding some spaces. Now think about your product name. Product name max number of characters are nearly 13. So I type something more than 13. It is, I type 20. Now if I run the code, it prints like this. Okay, the system manage that name with adding some space. So the alignment is to the right side. The product price, you can see that is there we have 6 precisions, and I want only 2 precisions. To minimize the number of precisions, instead of typing %f, you type percent point to f. So if you type percent point to f, then it prints only 2 precisions for amount. Now it prints only 2 precisions like this. Here also I want some more space. To increase that space, I tell system that you here keep a width of 10 for amount value. So here also I type some more width. I save this code, compile and run. Now it prints like this. Okay, so if you want space between the quantities, you can add space with some here width. I type only 5 because quantities, they only up to 2 digit. I save, compile and run. So these three lines you can see looks perfect. They are tabular, and these three are just using slash t we added some more space between the fields. So you have two choice, either you use slash t, either you use the identifier plus field width. So this is how you can present your output on console screen. I show you another example. Here is the one another example. Write a program to print student mark sheet. Student mark sheet using formatted using formatted printf function using formatted printf function. So complete the comment and first draw structure. Some habits you follow in coding. When you type your program, okay, don't code like typing. You first understand the meaning of that line. First you go for the step structure of C program. Next step you go for actual instructions inside the main function. So here I am going to print the mark sheet of student. I just type printf. I type slash n. I give comma. I like to first print roll number. Then I like to print name of student. Then I like to print marks. The three subject marks. Let's say first subject student scored 37, then 48, and then he scored 89 marks. I like to print percentage. So in the bracket, I make addition of 37, 48, 89, and I divide it by 3. So our equation is inside the printf function, and the comma separated values, they are parameters for printf function. Now in the printf function here I type identifiers. So the first value is a roll number, I type %d, next is the %s, next 3%d. After that, here I type %f, here I type %f. So this is my printf function. I copy and here I paste for more 4 times. I just make some changes here: 102, 103, 104, 105. The name also I change with, let's say, Nitin. Here is a Smith, here is a Yogesh, and here is Pranav. We make some marks. Here I add some dummy marks. Okay, we type just something, and done. Here also I need to make some changes, right? So this should be here, this should be here, this should be here. This I copy, I type this here. This we make it addition of 76, 24, and 76. After that, next student 36 plus 34 plus 87. Last student 67, 78, and this is 37. Perfect. I run my code. So whenever you run the code, you first remember to save your program. So many times happens is programs you maybe type and without save you try to run, and something happens and you lost your code. So always it's good to go, you save your program and then you run the code. I save here and the data is done. Here I click compile and then I click run. You can see the data is on my screen, but still I want to see something with the good presentation. Now for that, what I will do, here I add some field width. So the roll number is of 3 digits, but I add there 7. The width I type 7 for roll number. Name is with max character, I think 10, but here I add some more. I type 20. Field width for name is 20. For marks, I consider 10. I consider 10 is a width for subject marks. So everywhere I just add some field width as a 10 for subject marks. And the last value is the percentage. So I type this as 10.2. 10.2. The precisions I only want to see 2. That's why I type 10.2. This is done. I save this code, compile, and run my program. So something is going wrong here this side. Because of what? When we make any addition of integers as well, if we divide with integer, so in C language the answer also comes in integer, but we are trying to print as a float. So you just make a one small change, you type 3.0f. So you tell system that consider this not as integer, consider this as a float value. So when you divide any equation with float value, of course the answer you will get in a float. Otherwise system defaultly do the integer division. I compile and I run. Now the answers are what I am expecting. So this is one another program in C language to explain you about the identifiers. The today's session is on completely what is identifiers. So we gone through some coding, and you also try your best to print a good presentation output. You can try this program. One assignment, one task you can solve. Write a program to print player code, player name, player name, and runs scored in three different match, three different match. calculate and print calculate and print average runs average runs using formatted print function. You can try to print 5 player records where you can print the name, the code, the runs in 3 different match. You can do some calculation to print average runs code by player. Okay, so this is the code today, and you do some good practice in C language with the help of Dev C++, Code Blocks, Turbo C++, Eclipse, Visual Studio Code, any of the available editor. And the next session, you just be ready to learn something new in C language like data types, variables, if else, looping. So before proceeding, I wish you one happy learning, and you can start with these identifiers. We stop this session here.